gonna rip his head and eat it. Just kidding. Hi, how are you?
Hi, how are you?
Hi, how are you?
I'm disappointed.
I'm high.
Oh, that's good too.
I'm Jen.
I'm Neal.
We talk about reality television.
Word.
We're talking about what everyone's talking about.
Summer House.
Summer House, Watch What Happens Live, West, Amanda, Scamanda. If you're not into it, then why are you here? If you're worried about spoilers, then why are you here? There's going to be spoilers. I take a gummy.
I don't.
I'm Canadian.
I'm American.
You usually say I'm not. You're blowing our, routine right now.
I gotta keep you on your toes.
It's important to talk about how we live in Canada because we talk about the weather so much. And no one likes to talk about weather more than Canadians. So if you can hear background noise today, it's because this podcast is very unprofessional and we have the windows open. Could we close the windows while we're having this discussion? Yes, we could.
But we're not gonna.
But, listen, I need a little bit of fresh air in my life. We went out and went on a 10-minute walk today because the snow is finally melted. It is the end of April. There's still snow. Little lumps of it.
You had a literal snow day last week.
That was last week, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, how much fell in American words?
Probably 5 inches, but
with freezing rain and wind.
Though you couldn't even see outside for most of it because it was so windy.
As I said, we'd like to talk about the weather. So it's bringing me back to life. So we're watching Summer House. I have a lot of thoughts. I know the headline is supposed to be Lindsay's quote from Watch What Happens Live last night about Amanda and Kyle and West. I think because of the rewatch, I'm still a Lindsay hater. When you and I had just watched the most recent seasons, I was far enough removed from it to, forget how evil she was.
I mean, she was evil in season 8.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I can't believe I forgot.
And she was just mean in season 9, so,
I almost feel like we need to rewatch it because, Paige finally gets along with her as a mother. Yeah. Or when she's pregnant, I mean.
I want to watch.
Because I don't think she's there with... Because this is Lindsay's first time being on as a mother. She was pregnant the season before.
Right. So we just finished season 7.
Yes.
And we had previously watched season 8 and 9. And it's wild to me that, Carl and Lindsay get engaged at the end of season 7.
As in, to be clear, we watched 8 and 9 and then went back to 1.
Yes.
And have worked our way up to 7. Yeah.
They get engaged at the end of season 7, so it was Labor Day weekend, yeah? So
she wore shoulder pads to the beach.
Early September.
Good for her.
They have the reunion in May, and they're we've already got a venue, we're going destination wedding. And knowing that by the end of season 8, they break off the engagement.
They pick the cameras back up. Carl tells producers to pick the cameras back up because he is going to do this on camera. The season we just watched, he accused Kyle of orchestrating stuff with producers, and Kyle's Loverboy launches and stuff.
Right.
Not hey, I'm going to pull you aside and be I'm going to do this, which is what Lindsay did with the Kyle cheating rumor. She had known the whole summer, going into the summer, before the summer started. She should have told them. She tells Kyle on his birthday weekend and is crying about how she has to be the one to share that there's this rumor that he's been cheating. Which, there are plenty of rumors that he's cheating. That one happened to be unfounded. Right. So then you look like a really bad friend.
And then she, doubled down on it at the reunion. It was crazy. But, yes.
I remember why I like Lindsay, though. Because she was right that Carl was doing nothing. This episode reminded me how evil she is. Because is she right as a woman engaged to want her fiancé to be successful and to have a lot of drive and to figure his shit out? There's nothing wrong with that. But her delivery is wrong 100% of the time. Always. Oh, she is always wrong in her delivery. And so we cannot be on her side even when she's right. That's the one time she's been right. She reminded me of this episode how much she's wrong. Why are you judging where Soft Bar is? Why are you being mean to Carl's mom?
That whole thing, she was just so negative and judgy and mean.
So don't even show up.
Right.
You're showing up as if, like, you know, oh, I owe him the respect of it. But if you're not going to be respectful there or on camera, go home.
I'm glad he did the bar.
Me too.
Because she was adamant that was a stupid idea.
And then even to us, she's like 2 years after it happened. And you're getting mad at Danielle, who makes a cameo this episode. We see Andrea and Danielle and Luke. Like, is a for real Summer House reunion. I really think we could save this, guys. What's Danielle doing? She's not doing anything. She'd come back. Bring back Luke. Get a mega
Luke's
mansion.
running for Congress.
Jesus Christ. Get an even bigger mansion, make it a reunion, and keep our new class, keep our KJs and our Daras, and Ben and Sabrina can come along. Like, try.
I can see why people are down on Sabrina. Holy cow.
I can't.
Was she alive?
She wasn't even there.
At the bar?
Oh, was I not paying attention? I remember because we're all over the place right now. Okay, we're going to start with Soft Bar and work our way back because, like, I am like a proud mama, honestly, for Carl.
Lindsay was a nightmare the entire Soft Bar.
I still have more notes. You said that they don't like his mom, like Reddit.
Right.
Doesn't like Carl's mom. I can see that because she's very rough around the edges. And I think she does maybe have opinions where she shouldn't. Well, I do, however, think she was totally within her right to be, like, they flashed back to her being like, you know, it's been just such a crap year since the breakup, and she was mean to me, too.
A lot of Reddit was being, like, counselory and be like, that she was leaning way too hard on Carl during her divorce and her brother's death, and that, like, contributed to him, like, breaking.
Oh, I don't know if I agree with that. Because, I mean, I've leaned on my parents a lot through my trying times. And I think it could go both ways once your child is an adult, can't it?
Yeah. I think she's...
Was that Dairy Queen?
She's cool, yeah. They have breakfast desserts. All right.
Was there Lucky Charms?
No, I don't think so.
What? That's the most... Lucky Charms marshmallow is the most logical thing to put in a blizzard. I'm so sorry you have a cat fur in your eye right now. It's also important to know I'm Canadian, so you know why I say sorry so much.
Kyle complained at Soft Bar that they didn't have Loverboy, even though they said they were going to have Loverboy, and they do, in fact, have Loverboy non-alcoholic.
Which, to me, means that their relationship is at least okay enough, even if there's, like, really just a business partnership and they never see each other as friends outside of that. They would definitely both do another season. But Carl's not done.
He should... I bet you 100%. The reason they didn't have Loverboy at this event is because they were trying to get people's opinions on the drinks that they created.
Of course.
You're not going to serve already established products by somebody else on your test opening.
No.
So...
Though there were canned drinks, weren't there? Were there?
I don't know, maybe. But, like, most people were having the new things.
Yes, and
so you'd
glasses.
Want to highlight those so you see what people think.
Did you just say highlight without the H?
I said highlight.
Lindsay is pretty evil. Wrote that in my notes.
Oh.
So glad we did the rewatch because I'm glad.
Sabrina. When
yeah.
when they were talking to KJ... She kept being like, did you tell him? Did you tell him? Did you tell him? And Ben was like, yeah, so we're going to Australia for Christmas and I got her a ticket. And then she was like, well, tell him the best part. Tell him the best part. And tell him what your mom said. And he was visibly, like, uncomfortable telling KJ all of this stuff.
I think
And
I feel so sad right now because I just read that as like an excited girlfriend. Oh, that didn't rub me the wrong way at all.
I think she's
Oh my god, I even made a note because Jesse was being really judgmental about like, oh, they're going to be the next ones planning their wedding date, like out of nowhere. I wrote down there's nothing wrong with knowing what you want.
Yeah, I don't think he wants the same thing. I think.
Well, then he shouldn't.
Yes, people don't like
they
Ben.
made it sound like
People don't like him either. So
they made it sound like he surprised her with the tickets. Like when I buy myself a ticket, I bought one for her too.
Well,
or is that just a really weird way to say it?
I like when he was like, "Yeah, I told my mom the next girl I bring home is really special." Like he went out of his way to not say the one.
Okay.
And that's when KJ or Jet, I don't remember who, was like, "Oh, so you're the one." I caught that. He paused and then he changed to really special. People don't like him.
But the reason she knows that is because he said that to her. Right? So, like, if he doesn't feel that way, then he's leading her on. Well, then get rid of both of them then. I thought they were genuine.
That is the
consensus is get rid of them both.
Get rid of them both,
but keep KJ and keep Dara and keep Mia.
Yes.
I was like, Jesse's so mean. Maybe Ben and Sabrina will be the next ones to get married. So what? They look like they're in love. Now, was he 100% in a relationship when he started the show? How come the girls who lie about it get axed, a la Lexi's friend and Bailey's friend this season?
Right.
They want they want everybody to be single.
Who's not an established veteran.
Right, or an already established couple, yes. He and Sabrina definitely never broke up. Like, they didn't stop seeing each other.
Think that's probably right.
He, like, oh, and we found our way back to each other. Okay, dude. We've been burying my headline. Hear ye, hear ye.
Is this about softball or are we shifting?
Shifting.
Okay.
I'm doing a hear ye.
Okay.
We could tell the time stampers if you don't want to hear us talk about softball, we're minutes in. Do you like your pop socket?
I do, yeah.
I'm so glad. I like buying you things. Kyle is already fucking other girls.
You did bring this up.
To me, that's the headline of this episode. I know there are a lot of people talking about a lot of things. He looks good. Who is he looking good for? They don't have sex. He's looking good for someone. He's DJing. Yes, you want to look good in the public eye, but he's getting the attention he so badly craves from Amanda. He's already cheating. And that this scandal absolves him of that is, Amanda, it makes me so mad at you.
Do you think he's cheating or do you think they're not together at this point?
I don't know. But I will say he was cheating when he shouldn't have been, period.
Okay. Because, again, the timelines, I saw people think June.
Well, then Kyle needs to be honest with us about that at the reunion, or I can't be on his side. Like, the people who know the truth need to speak the truth.
Right.
We know Amanda and West aren't going to do that.
Definitely not.
So everyone else around them has to give us as much to deal with as we can. Now, if Kyle comes forward and says we've been broken up since June, he doesn't have as much right to get mad. So what's his stake in the game to admit that timeline?
True.
B, will it look better if he at least still mildly protects Amanda? Like, he can't go hard on Amanda. He knows the barometer. Like, he could flip the switch. The audience could flip their switch on him real quick. You know, we have a lot of film evidence that we could use against him for his behavior.
Yes, and he's getting off scot-free again.
Because it's the most recent thing in our minds. Lindsay was getting off scot-free too until this episode. She was just unnecessarily mean. So that's the headline. Let's get into West and Amanda.
Westanda.
Amanda's not there. She admits that it's because the thought of going makes her so anxious she just needed to stay home. Kyle is more himself than he's been all summer, which he calls a rude awakening. Like I said in our last episode, watching the last episode of Summer House, you realize you're effed. Like, he realized he's effed in that moment. Like, to me, you can't come back from that. So maybe they went to therapy a few more times. Are you hypnotized right now?
I'm listening.
What am I saying?
They went to therapy a few more times.
I would guess. Amanda was really, okay, let's start from the beginning of the episode.
Sierra and West make up and are best friends again.
And now she is just craving his touch so much that I'm like, Sierra, you mended the bridge just to get too close too soon. And I know, I get it. Listen, I get it. But you are setting yourself up for pain. And that just makes me so sad. So Amanda's not there.
Right. They go on a boat outing.
West says the night before, he texts the group chat and says it was the best night of his life. Amanda responds, damn.
Well, and then she's FaceTiming with Sierra and is like, the one...
And
Kyle, like, the one night I'm not there, I'm sad that I missed West's best night ever.
No, she wasn't. She's like, oh, offended. Like, oh, rude. Great. And Kyle's like, oh, so that is what you meant. So you made it about you. And he was joking about it, but, like, that had to be really uncomfortable. Do you think they have been re-recording confessionals with Kyle, post Kyle knowing? When he's in that black shirt, he looks so much better.
I think yes, because the outfit and the background changed in the episodes following the scandal statements.
I think they need to tell us that too. I think they need to be transparent about that because it changes how I interpret how I feel about them and my perspective of what I think was going on in those moments. Like if Kyle, because Kyle then goes on to talk about, if you saw my text thread with Amanda, it's the most depressing thing. Hey, taking off now. Hey, landed, getting settled. Gig went great. Okay, taking off. Like, she just doesn't respond to him. And then Wes says one thing and she's like, damn. If Kyle sat down with production and talked about that at the time of confessionals, then, like, you knew.
Right.
You had or you should have had an inkling that you needed to be weary of West. If you weren't having those conversations in that moment with producers during confessionals, if this is recorded now, then I'm not as like, oh, you know? So I deserve to know.
Yeah, that would be nice if they could confirm or deny. I'm sure if someone pesters Andy enough, he would let us know.
The way Andy keeps phrasing it is like, oh, editing is still ongoing. Like, the season is still airing. Later episodes are still in the editing bay. The video footage, there's no way, like you said, the freaking zoom in on Amanda and West's hug. Like, they've gone in and re-edited it.
Just, yeah. Because, like, I feel like they weren't gonna be a focus with West and Sierra getting back and, like, the new couples. So why would the focus be on West and Amanda?
Dang. Related to Sabrina just knowing she loves Ben and me thinking that's cute. I'm so glad we're just together and we're together. I could not date in New York. Is this how people date? That you're, like, afraid to say? Like, even Paige, like, cool girl Paige, has to act like she's cool with the fact that Craig is, like, banging blondes in every state? No, I'm not. I'm not cool with that.
I think just the city life,
Is that the cult? You
don't want to be exclusive until you're like, it's time to settle down.
And then from that step to moving in together is such a long jump. I don't know. I'm just, like, ready to be like, want to have a sleepover? Like, the first day that I like someone. Okay. Watch what happens live.
WWHL.
Lindsay and Bailey are on it. Lindsay wears a tie that's designed by the girl who West was supposedly exclusive with. The one who, like, knows all his friends and, like, met his family. And there was an understanding that he just did all these things because of the show. And Sierra was never even really a thing. So, like, and now you're with Amanda and going to, like, public games together. Public outings. I mean, has he ever been able to be public with people before? Yes, because the girls just let him get away with it.
Right.
So as we hear on the recording, there's a brunch. Because if you don't know by now, there have been 3 leaked recordings. As we hear on the recording, there was a brunch on February 28th where Amanda, like, makes out with Kyle. And Bailey clocks it and is like, whoa, that's weird. Like, she grabbed his face and kissed him. And Lindsay says, crazy using your husband to cover for your boyfriend. Or, like, to deflect from your boyfriend.
That is crazy.
That is crazy. Lindsay gets her accolades. She does have excellent clocks. But, like, she's a bad person. And, this was the point I was going to get to. Danielle was back, and then I got distracted by the fact that it's a reunion, and I wanted them to reunionize them again. Gosh, even bring back, like, nah, never mind. I want them to at least kind of be friends in real life. Like, these people are obviously here at Soft Bar. You know, Luke is here because he and Carl are still, like, cordial, you know?
Right.
So my point, I have it gone again. Reunion. Danielle, right. So Lindsay is not talking to Danielle because Danielle spoke really like she thought she was being hilarious, thought she was being a comedian, talking about Lindsay, being like, I can't believe Carl and Lindsay are in the same house. And a year ago they were engaged and now Lindsay's pregnant with another dude's baby. Like, it's this, like, funny thing. Which, is she just trying to get laughs? I find Danielle the biggest pick-me, the biggest try-hard. I have my own issues with Danielle. But, Lindsay, you're doing the same thing to Carl. If Carl watched your confessionals back from this episode, I would be really hurt.
Yeah. And especially after, like, Carl gives us such a nice speech and confessional, and yeah.
Like, Carl's mom says to Lindsay, how's the girlie? And Lindsay's like, a bit mean, like me. So you hold grudges for stuff people say about you. But so everyone should hate you. Every reunion, it's go after Lindsay for the stuff she says in the press. So, like, you can't give these interviews and make these comments on podcasts and then be like, I didn't like what you said about me in the confessional.
Right.
Shut up.
She sucks.
But she did give a good line.
Yeah.
Do we think Bailey and Carl are dating?
No.
Like, in real time? No?
No, I don't think so. I think he's so damaged.
That's sad.
And I'm sure he'd admit it, that, like,
Yeah.
he can't be in a relationship. Like, unless...
I don't know. I just think he could find the right girl.
I think he needs to leave the show. Get out of the public
if he was
eye.
going to settle down, yeah.
I don't think he can
But
casually
I
sit...
feel like he has to keep going now because of Soft Bar, though.
Right, which is why I don't think he's going to be dating anytime soon.
Right.
I don't think he can casually, like, summer house date.
Okay. Anything else, West and Amanda?
Where's that fourth recording? I don't know.
Apparently there's another. At this point, what'd we say?
Just release...
The 10 hours.
Double up the episodes to get us to the full reunion faster.
Yeah, I think that's it. Oh, God. West was looking particularly hot dog watery today.
Yep, he just reminds me of nachos.
It's just, you say that word, like, it makes perfect sense to me.
Yeah.
What was the quote? They get back from a boat day. A day on, like, in the water, in the sun, sweating, shirtless on a boat. Someone says, I'm going to get a shower. What does West say?
I'm gonna shower in the pool.
I'm going to shower in the pool.
Just get some chemicals on you.
That's not a thing. In fact, you shower after the pool because of how gross the pool makes you feel.
Yep.
What in the world? How are...
He's a feral man-child.
How are ladies letting him put his pee in their V? How? And, like, remember their first impression that was like, oh, Jesse just, like, fiddles around down there, like, doesn't know what he's doing. But West, like, F's? Like, do people see something different when they look at him than what I see?
Well, I told you, the Reddit comments were like, he looks so much better in person.
If you say so. Okay. Neal told me that there's a family of ducks living in his sister's yard, and I've never wanted to move so bad. Not that we're hurting for wildlife. I mean, Canada has way more wildlife than you guys.
Moose.
But, like, there's not going to be a duck in this neighborhood.
No.
Some outdoor cats, though. Which I don't agree with. Keep your cats indoors. Oh, it is so nice to see them wild and free, though. But only if you have a barn and they stay on your property. And then maybe not even them, because, like, what about coyotes? Guys, I have a lot of fears in life.
Yeah.
Would you like me to talk about them?
Maybe next time. Why don't we end the podcast there?
Hey, guys, thank you so much for listening. Neal's bored with me, so I'm glad you hanged on out there. Please like and subscribe and come back for more and tell us what you'd like us to talk about next. Okay, we love you. Bye.
Bye.